The Classic TV channel is your happy trails to golden oldies television from the 1940s through the formative years of the 1950s and 60s. Enjoy restored TV shows Mickey Rooney Show, Groucho Marx, Trouble with Father, Terry and the Pirates, One Step Beyond, Beverly Hillbillies, Bonanza, The Lucy Show, Dick Van Dyke, Annie Oakley, Ozzie and Harriet, The Howdy Doody Show, and many, many more. Binge your night away. So return with us now to those golden days of yesteryear.
Arabia, land of never-ending desert, where shimmering sands broil beneath the beating sun. What, you ask, does all this have to do with the Thackeray Realty Company? Let's go back to this morning, when all seemed right with the world, and I wasn't in trouble. Yet.
Yes, Judge Morgan, I'll tell Mr. Thackeray. The Araby Club, 12:30 luncheon. Mr. Beanblossom, too? Yes, sir, I'll tell them both. Thank you. Bye.
Morning, Julie. Oh, Mr. Thackeray's not in yet, huh?
No, he isn't. But I have some wonderful news.
Oh, you mean he's not coming in at all today?
The wonderful news is Judge Morgan called and invited Mr. Thackeray to lunch.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And you too, Bob.
Me, too. I wonder why he did that.
I don't know. But he sounded very cordial. You must have made quite a hit with him at the dinner last night.
Oh, no, Judy. It was Mr. Thackeray that meant the hit. Oh, he was just wonderful. You should have heard him. Gay, witty, debonair. I just couldn't stop laughing at all those funny stories he told.
But, Bob, I distinctly heard him tell you to laugh at everything he said.
Julie, I would have laughed anyway. Probably. Oh, no kidding. He was the life of the party. Well, he'll be all business this morning. Fortunately, I got my work done. That's one thing about Mr. Thackeray. He never makes...
Good morning, good morning, good morning. What a gorgeous, gorgeous day it is.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Thackeray. My goodness, you certainly do look chipper today. Oh, Mr. Thackeray, I sorted out all the papers on the Long Beach deal if you care to go over them with me.
Bubbo, I feel too good today to talk about business. Just think. This time tomorrow I'll be a full-fledged member of the ancient and exalted order of Araby.
You can't fail to make it, sir. You just can't fail.
Here's one you missed, Bubbo.
Oh, Mr. Thackeray, I'm sorry. This is a contract.
Contract, huh?
Yes, sir.
Well, you've just found a loophole in it. Get it? Loophole. I'm just as sharp as I was last night.
Certainly.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Thackeray,
Yes.
Judge Morgan called and invited you to lunch at the club.
You hear that, Bubbo?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to be a member. Going to be a member of the Araby Club.
Mr. Thackeray. Mr. Thackeray?
Huh?
About the Long Beach deal.
Yes, of course. You know, Robin, this may change my whole life.
What, sir?
Being initiated into the Araby Club,
Oh, yes.
participating in all their charitable works, devoting my life to good deeds.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Mr. Thackeray, it ought to be a big help to your business, too. After all, the most influential men in town belong to the Araby Club.
Right, Bob. The way I figure it, in about 2 years I can clean up it. Robin, I'm interested solely in the fraternal aspects.
Oh, yes, of course, sir. Mr. Thackeray, your tie's a bit crooked. I'll fix it for you, if you don't mind.
That a pretty good speech I made last night, eh, Bob?
Oh, yes, sir. Just wonderful, sir. Hardly anyone fell asleep while you were talking.
Somebody fell asleep?
Well, just old Mr. Fogarty, of course.
Oh.
He's supposed to be 85 years old. Going to be a pleasure having lunch with you and Judge Morgan today, sir.
You're having lunch with us?
Well, yes, sir. He invited me.
He did?
Yes.
Oh, well, of course. Come along if you like, Robert. That's all right. I wonder why he invited you.
Well, sir, I think it's perfectly obvious. Any friend of yours is a friend of his. Just shows you how much they think of you, sir.
Yes, I guess it does.
It just occurred to me, Mr. Thackeray, I think I better have Julie retype this to get the loophole out.
Hey, Robert, weren't you supposed to close this Long Beach deal this morning?
This morning?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I do that, sir, I'll miss the lunch.
Oh, no, I wouldn't hear of it. Forget all about
Yes,
Long Beach. Of course, we might miss the sale.
Oh, I see. And, guess we couldn't have that, huh?
No, we couldn't, could we? Well, I suppose you better get started, Robert, and take all the time you need. Take all day if necessary.
Yes, sir. Well, have a nice lunch, Mr. Thackeray.
I tell you, Herbie, we've got to be very careful about our new members. You can't tell anything about a man until you catch him off guard.
Well, that's the purpose of this lunch, isn't it? If a man can keep his head when things are going wrong, his character is sturdy and his moral fiber strong. Well, we better get organized. They'll be coming along any minute.
Yes, if Thackeray passes this test, he's just the kind of man we're looking for. Got the shaving cream for the dessert?
This looks more like whipped cream than the real stuff.
Yeah. Well, get rid of it. Here's Thackeray now. Over here, Willis.
Hello there, Mr. Thackeray.
Afternoon, Dr. Wallace. How are you, Judge?
Fine, thanks. Where's young Beanblossom?
He had to go to Long Beach on very urgent business.
Well, that's too bad. I'll be looking forward to seeing him again.
Well, I doubt very much if he'll get back in time for lunch.
Thackeray, here I am, sir. I'm sorry I'm late, gentlemen. Dr. Wallace, Judge Morgan, Mr. Thackeray. I forgot I work for you. Proud to be your boss, Bob. Thank you, sir.
How'd you get back from Long Beach so soon?
I had a tailwind all the way.
Well, shall we have lunch, gentlemen? Mr. Beanblossom.
You, sir?
Thank you.
George,
Thank you, Doctor.
bring out the ancient archival order of sustenance.
Yes, sir. We start with mock turtle soup, gentlemen.
My favorite soup.
Yeah. My, it certainly looks good.
Go right ahead, boys. Like it, Beanblossom?
Could use a bit more salt, sir. Should have checked that. Just right.
Pardon me, Bob. But if you could have seen your face, just right. You'll be drinking water for the rest of the month. Delicious. I always like a little pepper.
Something wrong, sir?
Who's responsible for this outrage?
Terribly sorry, sir. I thought they had the top on tight.
Thought they had the top on. Thought they. Well, I guess that's one on me. Shall we get on with the luncheon, gentlemen?
Next course, George.
Yes, sir.
Add more water if you don't mind. Just bring the pitcher.
As I always tell Bob here, a man's ability to control his temper is a measure of his character.
You always say that, Mr. Thackeray. Yes, sir.
Ah, pumpkin pie. How I love it.
Yes, me too.
You get our coffee, George. I'll serve the whipped cream.
Oh.
Whipped cream, Willis?
Thank you, Judge. I really go for whipped cream.
More?
Just a trifle.
Judge Morgan, may I have some whipped cream, too, please, on mine?
Oh, sure.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
How about you, Herbie?
No thanks. I'm on a diet.
Same here.
What kind of pie is this?
It's a pumpkin pie, Mr. Thackeray, and it's delicious.
delicious. Well, I didn't whip cream. It's shaving cream or something.
Well, I like it. It could stand a bit more sugar.
More sugar? I say it's shaving cream. Waiter! Waiter!
Yes, sir.
This doesn't taste like whipped cream. It tastes like soap.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. There was a slight mix-up in the kitchen this morning.
Slight mix-up in the kitchen. You waiters are all alike. I'm going to see to it that you're fired.
But please, sir.
Fired! Excuse me, gentlemen.
You fired me.
Oh, please don't feel bad, sir. I'll go to the manager and tell him something nice about you. I'll tell him how you, well, I'll make up something.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you both for inviting me for lunch.
Don't mention it. Goodbye, young man.
Goodbye, sir.
Well, Herbie, let's put it up to the Supreme Caliph. Right. O High and Exalted Supreme Caliph, have you reached a decision on candidate Thackeray?
Your Supreme Caliph has observed.
And your decision, mighty one?
Thackeray is out.
Out.
As a matter of fact, Julie, I have only one criticism of the lunch. There should have been a touch more sugar in the shaving cream.
Shaving cream? On pumpkin pie?
Yeah, well, there was a mix-up in the Yes, sir? Oh, the telegram from Mr. Thackeray. Thank you. Listen to this, Julie. He's made it. He's made it. I know it. The ancient and exalted order of Araby takes pleasure in selecting for initiation at sundown this evening the Honorable Robert S. Beanblossom. He made it, Julie. He made it. Honorable Robert S. Beanblossom. Oh, Julie, I made it instead. Oh, Julie, it's just 1 hour till sundown. What am I going to do?
You better think of something pretty quick. Mr. Thackeray should be back any minute.
I'm thinking. I've got it. That there'd be a vacancy for Mr. Thackeray if I went down to the river and... No, there's no water in the river this time of year. Julie, suppose I just tell Mr. Thackeray exactly what happened.
The truth?
Yes, the truth. I'd say, Mr. Thackeray, the club turned you down for membership, but they nominated me instead.
They did, eh? Well, Bob, old boy, you're fired!
Yep. Why can't there be water in the river this time of year? Oh, Julie, I just can't leave it still.
Mr.
Why would they...
Thackeray!
What?
He's coming!
Yeah?
Bob, destroy that telegram.
Destroy it. Destroy it.
Oh, Julie, I got my robes.
I'll take them, Mr.
No,
Thackeray.
Bobo, what are you doing there?
Oh, but it was just a bit chilly in here, sir. There's nothing like an open fire, I always say.
Well, anybody that likes shaving cream on pumpkin pie, Didn't that wire come yet?
Wire? Oh, you need a piece of wire, sir?
Telegram.
Oh.
While I'm waiting, I think I'll try on my robes.
Yes.
Stick around, kiddies.
Robert S. Beanblossom, sometimes
Julie, what am I going to do? What am I going to do?
Do the sensible thing, Bob. Go through with the initiation tonight.
Go through with it? He'd be furious. You heard him say he'd fire me.
I said that, Bob, not Mr. Thackeray.
Well, there you are. Everybody's against me.
Bob, if you're a member, you'll be in a perfect position to get Mr. Thackeray in. You can work on Judge Morgan from the inside.
Yeah. Julie, that's wonderful. Mr. Thackeray would be obligated to me for the rest of his life. A grateful Mr. Thackeray. I can just picture it. Bawling me out, but smiling.
Julie, Bob still there?
Yes, Mr. Thackeray.
Good. I want you both to go to the wall facing my door and prepare for a dazzling spectacle. Well, how do I look?
My goodness, Mr. Thackeray, I never realized you were so handsome.
Yeah. Oh, yes, sir. You look like a 30-year-old Rudolph Valentino movie star. I mean, you look like something that belongs on a horse. What I really mean to say is, Miss Thackeray, well, if the impossible should happen and the telegram doesn't come...
Telegram doesn't come? What the devil are you talking about? Oh, don't be silly. Go home, my boy.
Yes, sir. Goodbye, Miss Thackeray. Good night, Julie.
Night.
Kismet. Oh, that Robin. What a worrywart. I'm so positive I'm going to be a member that I... But I wonder why they haven't sent that telegram. Why should I wait for a telegram? Call Judge Morgan at home.
Judge Morgan? Yes, sir.
Julie, you've just heard one reason why Bob doesn't get ahead. Who wants anyone around with a long face? They want the jolly type, like me.
Judge Morgan? Just a minute, please. Mr. Thackeray is calling.
Judge Morgan, Willis Thackeray. I think there's been a little slip-up in the nominating committee.
No, there's been no slip-up, Willis. You're not getting any telegram.
Not getting it.
Well, I'm sorry, but that's the way it goes. You understand, old man. Goodbye, Willis.
Goodbye, Judge Morgan. This idiotic costume. That silly initiation ceremony. Who wanted to be a member of the Araby Club anyhow? I did.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Thackeray.
Some sneaky, underhand double-crosser has beat me out. But I'll find out who it is if it's the last thing I ever do.
How can you, Mr. Thackeray?
One of my best friends, Joe Fogarty, is a member of the Araby Club. And Joe owes me a favor. Julie, I'm going to be at that initiation tonight. Willis Thackeray won't take this lying down.
Welcome to Araby. Most well-born and noble neophyte, welcome.
Oh, it's you, Doctor. I mean, Caleb.
Welcome, candidate Beanblossom, to the ancient and exalted order of Araby.
Well, thank you, sir. But there's someone else I'd like you to welcome instead. You see,
And now to the robing room, neophyte, where Caleb Fogarty will see that you are properly attired for the mystic rite.
Yes.
Come, noble neophyte.
Just a minute, fellows. I mean, noble fellows. It's about... It's loud, isn't it? Oh, yes. It's about Willis Thackeray. You made a terrible mistake turning him down. He's a wonderful man, and
Cease, neophyte. Willis Thackeray has been judged and found wanting.
Well, that's what I mean. You see, he's been wanting to get into the club for years. If you'll just listen to me,
We shall proceed according to schedule. A robing room.
You'll just let me...
Stay here, neophyte. We shall return.
But if you'll just let me tell you about Mr. Thackeray, you see...
Select your robe from that rack. Soon you will appear before the Council of Judgment.
The Council of Judgment, yes, sir. But it's really Mr. Thackeray who should...
Next neophyte.
Yes, Caleb.
And summon Caleb Fogarty to the robing room.
Joe Fogarty?
Hey?
About time I found you.
Well, if it isn't Willis Thackeray. Now, what are you doing here, Willis? You You're not the member.
I know it. I sneaked in. Joe, I need your help.
Excuse me, Willis. Got work to do.
Hold on there, Joe. Now, Joe, at noon today, I was practically a member of this club.
Yes.
And then some low-down double-crosser moved in on me.
Well, now, Willis, did it ever occur to you that the low-down double-crosser might have been a decent, hard-working young man?
Now, wait a minute. Whose side are you on?
Oh, yours, Willis. Yours, of course.
Well, then you listen to me. Now, Joe, you know I'd give my right arm to belong to this club. Now, you tell me the truth. Who took my place?
Tell you the truth, yeah? Well, now, Willis, I can't tell you that. No, sir, I think the best bet is to go to the Supreme Caliph and make a clean breast of things. Tell him how you broke in here tonight, too.
Wouldn't he throw me out?
Well, yes, probably will, but you have to admire your courage. Supreme Caliph, Willis.
I'll do it. Where'll I find him?
It's right out there, Willis. You can't miss it, no matter what you do.
Thanks a million, Joe. And by the way, when you get home, you better gargle. You're coming down with a terrible cold.
Don your headdress.
Huh?
We now appear before the Supreme Caliph.
Yes, sir, Supreme Caliph.
Kneel, O neophyte. Bow low. Supreme Caliph.
Neophyte Beanblossom reporting for duty, sir.
The waiter. Oh, you're the waiter. Oh, no.
I appreciate your concern, neophyte. I'm not really a waiter. I'm the Supreme Caliph.
The Supreme... Oh, then that's why Mr. Thackeray wasn't...
Something is amiss.
I know.
Find him, yeah.
He will be punished.
Punish him, yeah.
Let's stay.
Stay?
Oh, Supreme Caliph, are you in your sanctuary? A thousand humble excuses, Supreme Caliph, but I must talk to you.
Go, Caliph. Go seek the interloper who's loose in our midst. Oh, you can't depend on help nowadays. I'll go myself.
But, sir, I am the interloper. Let me tell you my story.
Tell your story to Caliph Fogarty. He loves a good story, you know.
But I just left Caliph Fogarty, and he told me to see you.
I did? I mean, he did? Then speak, noble interloper. But first, bow low.
Yes.
No, low. With your knees on the floor. Your head on the floor. Now count to 1,000 by 10.
Yes, Supreme Caliph. 1,000?
Start counting.
I obey your noble orders. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50.
Sir, the interloper's in there. And as much as I hate to say it, it's Mr. Thackeray.
Willis Thackeray?
Yes, sir. And I'm resigning as of right now. I want him to take my place. He deserves it. Oh, please, fellas. Being a member of the Araby Club means more to him than... It'll just break his heart if you don't take him in.
Cease, neophyte. Brothers, I have an idea. 410, 420, 230. 290, 300. 310, 320, 300. Rise, interloper!
Oh, so I'm trapped. But at least tell me the name of the...
Cease, neophyte Thackeray.
All right, throw me out. But before I go... Neophyte Thackeray?
You mean? Yes, due entirely to the pleas of one of our members, a very great friend of yours. You will soon be a caliph of Araby.
Good old Joe Fogarty.
No, not Joe Fogarty. Remove your headdress, O sponsor of Willis Thackeray.
But
Remove
please,
your
sir,
headdress.
Beanblossom.
Oh, hi, Mr. Thackeray. I mean, brother neophyte.
I'm going to take you in my bare hands and tear you limb from... Wait a minute. Why am I getting mad? I'm happy. You got me into the club.
Huh? Exactly.
Yeah. I've seen that face before.
Sorry, sir. There was a slight mix-up in the kitchen this morning.
Please, sir, just...
Julie, my hero.
Just call me Chic Beanblossom.
I'm Robert S. Beanblossom. Usually I sell real estate, but right now, as you can see, I'm fighting with this beautiful girl. Well, I'm not really fighting with her, I'm just defending myself. Actually, when aboard ship, I prefer less active sports like shuffleboard. Well, it all began this afternoon at the Thackeray Realty Company, where I was wrestling with an entirely different problem.
What's the matter with this thing, anyway?
Julie, you realize that this is the most expensive house Mr. Thackeray's ever sold?
Uh-huh. $150,000. 17 rooms, 8 baths, 6 fireplaces.
Yeah, 4-car garage, 200-foot swimming pool, 6 acres of grounds. Well, even so, I wouldn't trade it for my little one-room apartment.
Why not?
Well, it'd take me twice as long to get to work.
Look at all the dusting you'd have to do.
Yeah, that's right.
On second thought, Bob, you might decide to trade your apartment for it. Here's a picture of the new owner.
Wow. Hey, she's quite a dish, huh? No wonder Mr. Thackeray met her at the boat with 4 dozen roses.
Before you become too involved, Mr. Beanblossom, listen to this little item. Otto Varnack, the eminent director, today announced his engagement to Mona Louvet, latest European sensation, shown arriving yesterday on the Empress of the Pacific. Here's Otto.
Well, he's engaged to her with that face? Maybe he's got a winning personality.
Not this boy. Look at all the money he made Mr. Thackeray spend to redecorate the house and landscape the grounds. Well, I better get down to the bank before it closes.
Yeah, I'll see you.
Back soon.
Yeah. Well, whatever he's spending, it's not enough. Not enough for you.
I must see Mr. Thackeray at once.
Sorry, Mr. Thackeray. I'm Mr. Thackeray. I mean, Mr. Thackeray's out.
Out? Then I am lost.
No, wait. He'll be back. I mean, he always has come back.
You work for him?
Yes, I do. I'm Beanblossom. Robert S. Beanblossom, that's my name. Can I help you?
Yes. You seem to be someone I can trust. I can trust you. Where can we be alone? Good. Come, we will talk.
You're Mona Louvet, aren't you?
Mona Louvet. The unhappiest girl in the whole world.
Unhappy? But why would you be unhappy?
That is what I wish to talk to you about.
Oh.
Mr. Beanblossom, I know nobody in this country. Only you're so kind, so gentle, Mr. Thackeray. But perhaps you will help me.
Well, a good salesman is always helpful. Just what is your problem?
No. I will not talk about it. Better I go back to Europe.
But you just got here, and then the papers say you're going to get married.
You expect me to marry a man I hate?
You hate Mr. Varnack?
Yes. No. Do not make me say that. I can never hate Otto. I love him.
Oh, you love him and you hate him at the same time?
Is that so strange?
Well, no, I guess it's not strange. It's a little unusual.
Mr. Beanblossom, I tell you about Marna Louvet. Deep down inside, I'm just a simple peasant girl. That is why I like you. You also are a simple peasant.
Oh, well, if you say so. But if you don't mind, I'll just leave my shoes on.
Otto Varnack, he is not like us. Always he must rule or he is angry.
Oh, just like Mr. Thackeray, huh?
He hates people who are sympathetic with me.
Well, then maybe you better talk to Mr. Thackeray. He's even more sympathetic than I am.
You are so much like that waiter in Vienna. He was so sympathetic. Then Otto lost his temper and poof!
Poof?
Poor little waiter. Such a mess.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
And there was that little cab driver in Oslo.
Another poof?
Double poof.
Double poof.
What do you think, Mr. Beanblossom? Can I marry this man?
Well, I don't know. He sounds like a lot of laughs, but hardly the type for the ideal husband.
I'll tell you more about him. You like my perfume?
Oh, yeah, I just love it.
I hate it.
You hate it?
He picked it out. Everything he picks out for me. My clothes, my cars, even the house I'm to live in.
That was a lovely house. That was the nicest we had.
It is too big for a simple peasant girl.
Oh, I see.
You're right. I can never marry Otto Varnack.
No, I'm not right. I mean, I
No, you're wrong. Of course I will marry him.
Well, certainly, if that's what you want, you can marry many times.
Because when Otto Varnack comes close to me and puts his arms around me and says, Marna, my darling.
Oh, yes, Otto.
Something I can do for you, sir?
I am Otto Varnack. I wish to see Mr. Thackeray immediately.
Oh, I'm sorry, he's not in. Perhaps our Mr. Beanblossom can help you. He seems to be out, too.
Oh, everybody is out, huh? And that's the way you insult the great Otto Varnack, huh?
Well, I'm sure if Mr. Thackeray had known you were coming.
Now, how could he know I was coming? I didn't know myself until just a few minutes ago. But Marna Louvet will be surprised. I am here before she is.
Miss Louvet is coming here?
The feminine mind holds no secrets from me. Now, we had this morning lovers' quarrel, and she ran away. Now, with whom is she acquainted in your country? Only Mr. Thackeray. So, where will she run to? This office. And does she know that make me jealous? Yes.
If you'd like Mr. Thackeray to call you at the studio.
I wait right here for Marna.
Well, you're welcome to wait, but I'm sure she... I'm sure she wouldn't just drop by without calling first, Mr. Varnack.
Varnack? You don't think you'll be mad?
Mad? He will kill me. Also, he may want to kill you.
Well, I hate to be around when a man's making a fool of himself. Let's get out here.
Really, Mr. Varnack, she couldn't possibly be coming here. After all, I'm a woman, and the last place in the world I'd go if I quarreled with... Is something the matter?
Perfume. Her perfume. She's been here all the time.
But, Mr. Varnack...
So... If these are the feet of Marna Louvet, I will kill you.
Marna Louvet? Whoever is Marna Louvet?
Let me see.
Let's see. Yeah.
Otto, You must forgive me.
Oh, you mean she's Mona Louvet? Oh, well, Mr. Varnack, you must let me explain.
No. No, I will not kill you. You're not worth it.
Oh, thanks. Well, that's what I wanted to explain.
And as for you, Mona Louvet, we are through. Fini.
But Otto, I had to tell someone of our love. I had to tell someone how much I hate you.
What, you tell this to a complete stranger?
Oh, we're not complete strangers. Miss Louvet and I have a lot in common, you see. We're both simple peasants.
Please, Otto, try to understand.
Now, what is to understand? It is over. I cast you aside like an old shoe.
See how vicious he is. How cruel.
Mr. Varnack, I don't usually talk to customers like this, but you're acting like a cad.
Acting like a... I, the great Varnack, I am the original cat. Oh. Goodbye, man. I never see you again.
Otto, do not go.
Never. You know, they're all like that. They can't stand to see me leave them. Strange little beasts.
Now, look,
You man!
what do you mean? I didn't say anything.
Mr. Barton, am I glad I bumped into you?
Yes, an interesting coincidence.
If you have a few minutes, Miss Varnack, I'd like to take you out to the house and show you that line of poplar trees I had planted. 18 of them, 30 feet tall.
They were expensive?
Very. But they give a wonderfully dramatic effect.
Mr. Thackeray, you take those poplar trees and you put them in pots for Christmas presents.
In pots? Well, what do you mean, Mr. Barton?
I do not want the house, I do not want the trees. The sale is poop.
The sale is poof.
Julie! Somebody!
Yes, Mr. Thackeray?
Where's Beanblossom?
In there with Miss Louvet.
With Miss Goldrow!
Oh, good afternoon, Mr. Thackeray. Did you have a nice lunch, did you?
Beanblossom, how do you do? What on earth has been going on here?
Well, you should have come back a bit sooner, Mr. Thackeray. You just missed Mr. Varnack.
I didn't miss him, Bobo. He suggested I have those 30-foot poplar trees that cost me $175 apiece potted for Christmas presents.
Oh, well, you must admit he's an original thinker.
I go out for lunch, the sale ready to close of a $150,000 house. I come back from lunch and the sale is off. Who is responsible for this cataclysm?
Cataclysm. Well, I'm afraid I am, sir.
You accomplished all this? But I was only gone an hour.
Oh, well, it only took me 15 minutes. See, I better explain this to you, see.
What is there to explain? My career is ruined. I go back to Europe. Goodbye, America.
Miss Louvet, now, if you just let me straighten things out.
Yeah, just let him straighten it out.
Shut up!
Oh, sorry.
Do not try to stop me. I go back to the boat. If I am fortunate, it will sink.
There goes a girl with a broken heart, Mr. Thackeray.
And here goes Willis Thackeray.
Beanblossom, you're driving me to ruin. I can't stand it. This is the worst thing you've done yet.
Yeah, well, you don't understand, Mr. Thackeray. She played on my emotions. She toyed with my sympathy.
Stop talking. Up to now, I've depended on you to get me out of these messes.
Yes, sir.
This time, I'm going to get myself out of it.
Yeah, yes, sir.
I'm going to sell him that house where my name is Willis Thackeray.
Yeah, if he doesn't sell the house, my job with the Thackeray Realty Company is poof. Well, Julie, how do I look?
Fine, Bob. But don't you think you should talk to Mr. Thackeray before you go
Talk
down to
to
the
him?
boat?
Look, I don't even know where he is, and even if I did know where he was, he wouldn't talk to me.
Yes, but he said he'd straighten things out.
Yeah, look what he did. He got panicky and ran out of the office. No, Julie, I've simply got to persuade Miss Louvet to make up with Mr. Varnack. And I can do it. After all, I know a thing or two about women.
Bob, are you sure you told me everything that went on in that office?
Well, I did learn a thing or two about poofs. About Julie. Poofs.
No, that can't be. Some pig of an idiot has eaten mine opening scene. Wolfgang, was that you? Oh, Wait. Aha. Another Varnack masterpiece. Out. Ah. The opening scene will symbolize the decadence of mankind.
Wunderbar!
Silence!
Is that you, Mr. Varnack?
Never can I escape from my admirers. Now, that's an autograph seeker. All right, I give him the autograph, then you throw him out.
Afternoon, Mr. Varnack. How do you do? Hard at work, I see.
What's the matter, Thackeray? Couldn't find big enough pots for your poplar trees?
Well, I would appreciate the possibility of discussing the house with you.
The house, yeah. I tell you what you do with it. You get a match, and with the conflagration that follows, you have what they call in this country weenie roast, huh?
Yeah. $150,000 weenie roast.
I insulted you. Why are you still here?
Frankly, because I don't like to see a woman take advantage of a man.
What woman is taking advantage of what man?
Perhaps I shouldn't tell you. The shock might be too great for you.
Shock?
All right. Just where do you think Miss Louvet is right now?
Outside the studio gates waiting for me with flowers, watering them with her cheap little tears.
No, Mr. Varnack. She's gone to the boat. She's returning to Europe.
Oh, fantastic.
Could there be another man? Perhaps someone who's with her right now?
That's impossible. You're smiling. What do you know?
Not a thing. Not really.
Come, Mr. Thackeray. We go to the boat. Miss Louvet, you mustn't.
Oh, God, leave me alone. I wish to end it all.
Yes, but you've so much to live for, Miss Louvet.
Life is nothing without Otto. I throw myself into the water.
I'm not going to let you do it, Miss Louvet.
Then we'll go together. Come, Mr. Beanblossom.
No, please, Miss Louvet, please. I'll go anywhere with you, but not in that cold black water. A man has to draw the line somewhere.
Very well. You have convinced me.
Thanks. I've always had a very soothing effect on people. I'm afraid that was a little underhanded, Miss Louvet.
Why are you here? Why you do this to me?
Now, if you'll just listen, I've got an idea how you can get Mr. Varnack back.
I don't want him back. That cruel, heartless, brutal, wonderful man. How, Mr. Beanblossom?
Well, it's very simple. Now, you're a fine actress.
From the day I was born.
And you know the plot of Camille?
In 7 languages.
That's how you get him back. You melt his heart with that deathbed scene.
Camille.
Yes.
What a gorgeous idea.
Yes. Yeah. That's just perfect. Perfect.
What do we do next, Mr. Beanblossom?
Well, next we let Mr. Varnack know you're sick. I'll call him at the studio.
But what am I sick with?
Mumps? No, I guess that's not good. Malaria.
Malaria is beautiful. So exotic. I'm having malaria.
No. Fever with malaria don't cough. See, they have chills and fever.
A blanket from the bed.
Oh, yes, a blanket.
I'm freezing.
Yeah, that's good. Hello? Could you get me Worldwide Studios, please? Thank you.
No more blanket. I'm going into fever.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll wait. Line's busy.
Mr. Beanblossom, this is a wonderful idea. You're so clever.
Yeah, well, I'll call Mr. Varnack again in a few minutes, and then I better go. See, I don't want to be here when he comes.
But why such a hurry? We should rehearse what happens when Otto gets here. You are Otto.
Yeah, but see, I don't know what he'd do.
I show you. Lean forward. And look at me and say, Marna, darling, you look so pale, so wan, so helpless. Say it.
Marna, darling, you look so pale, so wan, so
helpless.
So helpless.
Otto, kiss me.
Otto, kiss me.
Stop talking and start doing.
No, I cannot do it. I cannot believe Mana could find interest in another man after she has known me.
If I am wrong, Mr. Varnack, I'll be the first to admit it.
Very well, I go see her. What woman could give me up? The story is unbelievable.
Ah, Bobo, if you're only here to see the old master at work.
Mana! Just as I thought. The room is absolutely empty.
Otto, the doctor just left.
Doctor? Oh, there is another man.
No, Otto. The doctor was here because I am so sick.
Sick? You are strong as an ox. What did he say was wrong with you?
I have got the chills. I'm freezing to death. It's malaria.
Malaria?
Oh, yes, Otto. A mosquito bit me.
Mosquito this time of year, highly improbable.
Believe me, darling. I was bitten by a mosquito.
Oh, that's ridiculous. You have no malaria. The doctor's a fool.
Oh, no, Otto. Feel my head. I'm burning up.
Well, you're right. That mosquito just bit me.
Oh, poor Otto. How do you feel?
How do I look?
You don't look good, my darling.
Oh, then I don't feel good.
My poor Otto. You're sick, too.
Oh, it's nothing. Nothing.
You look so pale, darling. Your face is such funny color. Lie down, sweetheart. Marna will care for you.
Oh, I have got the chills.
My poor sick Otto.
No, now I've got the fever.
Oh, darling, you must stay warm.
Oh.
Julie.
Mr. Thackeray, where's Bob?
Went home, I suppose.
No, he isn't. He came here to see Miss Louvet.
Oh.
And when the studio told me you and Mr. Varnack were on your way over here, I got worried.
Oh, Julie, there's nothing to... Great heavens. Varnack's in there, too. He'll kill him. Julie, you stay here. I've got to save Bobo.
My poor sick Otto.
But I am so young to die. It is not fair.
Bobo, my boy, what's he done to you?
So? You've killed him.
Bobo, say something.
Oh, hello, Mr. Thackeray. Well, what are you doing in this part of town?
You bit me. You're the mosquito.
Yes, aren't you glad, Mr. Varnack?
Very glad.
You see, you're not sick at all now.
I feel fine. In a moment, you will feel nothing because you will be dead.
No. Please be careful, Mr. Varnack. Don't do anything I'll be sorry for.
Stop acting like an idiot, Mr. Varnack. Bob was only trying to help you.
Idiot? Mama, you hear that? Call the great Varnack an idiot.
Of course, you're an idiot.
Marna.
A jealous idiot in love with Marna Louvet. Otto, tell the gentleman we take the house.
We take the house.
And the poplar trees?
And the poplar trees.
Bobo, my boy, this time we did it together.
Thank you, sir.
My hero.
Oh, they call that a kiss? Americans.
Yeah.